We'll see what happens now. Nick me there just stays on that. Here we go.
Here we up and running. Here we go.
Welcome to Red and Black TV. I'm your host, Styles, co-host Banana, and we've got a special guest. He hasn't been here in a while.
Off the bench.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Booker, what's cracking?
Not much, boys. Thanks for having me.
That's all.
Always a pleasure to have you here, man.
Oh, thanks, Chich.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
How you been?
New house.
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
the
All
area.
settled in the new
Let's
area.
not drop the area. You got
That's
a new area.
right. Yeah. Might get some unexpected visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. It's always good to have you on, Booker.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
Always
Appreciate
a pleasure. All right, let's talk fucking business, yeah?
it. Straight into
Well,
it.
first let them know what's going on. They might see us.
Oh, yeah,
They
all
might
right.
see us glitching a bit.
We might be
We know what's
glitching.
going on with the fucking, what do you call it?
Because I'm
With the
here.
bandwidth. Something's
bandwidth.
happening with the bandwidth with YouTube.
With the bandwagons. I mean the
Getting-
bandwidths.
Getting a lot of error messages. There you go. It's already fucking
Is there
gone.
already glitching? Oh. Yeah, we're
so
back again. We're
hopefully
back again.
the audio keeps going. If we freeze or we're not, moving as much as
We'll try not to move as much so you can still see us.
Blame this shit area.
It's the area
So I
here,
won't say
bro.
that.
Yeah, we want to. I'm pretty sure everyone knows.
Everyone knows. It's a shit area. It's,
All right, moving along. Hopefully the audio holds up. But obviously, yeah, boys, 10 points, 10 points, massive fucking win last night.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
The most polished display we've seen so far.
Yep.
Thought we dominated pretty much, and it seemed very comfortable. Maybe a couple shaky minutes here and there.
Yep.
But overall, I think, complete dominance, particularly in the midfield. Completely controlled the game, controlled the tempo, and really limited them to one chance, really, which was that Lawrence Thomas awesome save.
No, that was a brilliant save.
But apart from
what a
that,
save, bro.
yeah. But apart from that, I can't recall them having anything else that looked threatening at all. So, looking good
Bro,
so far.
It was a cracker. Like,
It was a clinic.
it was
a
a
clinic. It was
I haven't,
clinical.
like you said, I haven't seen a fucking display like that for. I can't remember, man. I just see you have to go way back.
And the
to get
most
a-
promising thing was, and we're all yelling about it last night, put subs on. The boys look tired.
Yeah.
But from Kripic, is that how you say?
Kripic, yeah, Kripic.
Not bad pronunciation. All the way, including Yengi and everyone, that forward line defensively in the last 15 minutes, tracking down every fucking ball.
He's a fucking workhorse.
Yeah,
man.
100%.
He's
Alright.
He's giving that Crescent vibes, but he's got a little bit more goals.
He's got a little bit more goals in him than Crescent.
Oh, he's equaled him already.
Is he? He's not even.
Just needs to
so
do
much
it.
to break his record.
Right? So that was the most impressive thing, was the defensive structure and the hunger to fight for every ball and defend, to keep that clean sheet. And that was the most promising thing for me, because the game was pretty much wrapped up after the 60th.
Yeah.
It was about game management, and I still think we could have gone on and scored a third easily. That was the most pleasing thing was the effort and the tenacity in shutting that game down and not letting your Piscopos and that try and jag one, because Newcastle.
They couldn't do anything. There was no room.
What I mean, Newcastle are a very momentum team. They get one, then they can put 2, 3 on quite easily. So that was the most pleasing thing.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. We were all right, we went 1-0 up. That was good. But usually what we do, we go 1-0 up and then we try and hold it out for some reason. I don't know why. And then these other opponents, they get a whiff of it. They get a little sneaky chance.
Yep.
And then we get a goal just like we did against Brisbane. We cop a goal and then we get in the
Game
back
on.
seat a bit. We don't know how to
Yeah.
get out of neutral, bro. Back in the
Exactly.
drive.
So that was the most pleasing thing last night, was just the defensive effort, the structure, and the concentration. There was no lapses, no errors, and that's very promising leading into the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
For the World Cup break.
I feel like I agree with you in the aspect of it was just a complete performance, yeah?
Yeah.
Like we didn't give him any real clear-cut opportunities, bar that one, like you said, where Thomas had to do that save, which I'm pretty sure was off a cross, and
It was
who
just a lapse of concentration from the wing
Not
back.
sure who
which
got
I
it.
think
It was in
was,
the the shot was
I think it was Claire. Claire lost his man.
yeah, but it was Piscopo
was
that had the
Piscopo
shot.
had
Yeah,
the
it
shot,
was pretty
yeah.
much in the 6-yard, close
Yeah.
to 6-yard box. It was a
6-yard
brilliant
box.
save.
Bro, it was pretty much that should have been a goal. Cuz,
100%.
but-
And at that point, we were only
1-0.
1-0. So that could have really, changed the game around. But overall, I feel like it was complete domination.
Yeah,
honestly,
agreed.
the ball movement, the off the ball movement, the midfield, man. Honestly, how good is fucking Brendan Barello, man?
Yeah.
Honestly, that guy, he's so good on his fucking feet.
Yep.
he just carves people up, man. You understand? The trickery as well.
And how long?
the trickery?
And how long have we been waiting for a winger that actually takes a player on and runs down the line?
Yep.
We've had wingers in the past that could do it, but maybe it was the coach's instructions not to do so. But it was so pleasing to see a winger wanting to take his player on and get to the close to the byline, either whip across or look for a cutback, and that was really good. And that's his strength. So it's good that Ruden's got him playing to his strengths. Whereas you can see what he's doing with the opposite winger with Yengi. He's
out of position.
He's playing out of position. So all the hate for him is a bit harsh.
Yeah. I don't think that's really hate, bro. I really hate.
I'm not hating on the kid. He's doing his best out of position, man.
Right, he's playing 90 minutes on a position he's not really natural to. You can't come off because we've got no wingers on the bench due to injury. And I think he's doing a great job. Let him. We don't want to take flair out of players. So if he fucking tries and razzles someone and he beats him 2 out of 3 times, I'll take that any day of the week. So kudos to him.
I think people just maybe shitting on him because of a bit of that. That's the skyrocket.
Oh, the skyrocket.
Yeah, the stage.
But he got in the position.
Yeah, that's the main thing, bro. No, next time, bro, it could be.
That guy top corner.
It could be a derby, bro, and he could fucking pass the one in, bro.
But that's what I'm saying in regards to Barella. Like, that's Barella laying it off. Where
Maybe.
The bonds are still strong.
Yeah, the bonds are still strong, yeah. But you're 100% right. Any other person, maybe out of form or not with confidence or something, would have taken a snapshot there and not have the presence of mind to find he had a better chance there.
Yep.
So, real pleasing. And it's really hard when we're used to coming on your podcast talking shit because we're rubbish.
Yeah, that's hard to talk about the good stuff. Well, it's not hard. It's pretty easy,
right? It's very easy talking crap because the list is endless. But when it's good, the list is pretty short because it's quite a simple game.
I wouldn't say it's short. It's just like we're just shorter. We're just talking about more positive things now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
it's unheard of here.
And the bottom line is complete performance last night. So all you can talk about is positive things now.
100%.
Ninkovic, what a fucking player, bro. Honestly, man, he has won me over like 10 folds over by now, man. I'm telling you now. His short game, those threaded passes into the most tightest spots is just crazy, man. Like, and to think on top of that, all right, we've got a player here that's 37 years old who's pretty much been putting big minutes in, bro. Massive
Played
fucking
90
minutes.
last night.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, like we were all thinking in our heads, he's going to come over here, might play him off the bench. No way, bro. He's been fucking starting all these games he started.
His calmness on the ball, he's still at that age, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Some of the things he was doing last night, where 2-3 players are on him, was just the presence of mind to get his body in the right position to either win a foul, drop a shoulder. It was unheard of. And you're right. I was very, very skeptical when we signed him.
That's something, but that's something with Ninkovic we always used to say about. There's something you can't get the ball with this bloke. Yeah. I remember I used to say back in the day when we used to have the Derby podcast. I used to say, just get in there and just kick him, bro. Kick him once or twice now, you know.
Yeah.
But thank God, we've got him now. So fucking.
So and I think his leadership, he's got those youngsters that are on the bench for him. So his reserve players are, Lopanes and these sort of guys. I would be learning so fucking much from him.
Oh, 100%.
Which is awesome for us.
I think someone else is learning a lot from him, bro, in the middle, and it's fucking Neuenhoff, bro.
Fuck.
Unlucky last night, bro. Unlucky not to get that goal.
Yeah,
hit
big
the
time.
post. That was the deflection landed.
Well, the goal came from there.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Right?
But
he opened up
who
his
played
body.
the original pass?
That's right.
Ninkovic. He played him through.
Absolutely.
Fuck, it's all class. Like, just the way we're moving the fucking ball around and we're penetrating defenses is actually fucking a pleasure to watch, man. Honestly, it's freaking me out how well we're fucking doing that. I feel like with the Wanderers, we've always, like, if you look at the Robinson era, I feel like, it was all, possession game, moving the ball around left to right, blah, blah, blah. But then when we got to the final third, we were doing nothing. Now we're starting to penetrate defenses.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It's really, really good to see us actually go through the middle a fair bit. Whereas, like you said, under the Robinson area, it was about going around the outside. Ninkovic takes that out of the game because he's not going to be putting 50-metre square balls in. Yeah. It's intricate little touches between your striker and your winger that's playing very narrow.
And that's the best way to unlock someone.
Yeah,
unlock a team.
It is.
Because you get him, well, this guy's not short again, this guy's not short again, but let's both get him. Oh, packs the ball out, man, you got space already. That's pockets for you.
And that's how you create better chances, and that's why I thought last night we created more chances. And 2-0 was quite flattering on Newcastle, I got to say.
And we'll give them headaches pretty much on the wing, man. Like
Barella hit the post as well.
Yeah.
That hit in the first half.
Yeah, exactly right.
I thought the whole goals were going to come down.
Very, very pleasing. Can't fault the boys.
But
Bring on next fucking week.
We were going in fucking thinking, fuck, bro. Tough game gonna be Newcastle.
I predicted 2-0 win. Fucking oath I did.
2 or 3? I think you said 3.
No, I said 2. That was Kev. Kev said 3.
3. Oh, he said 3. We said 1-1, bro. Yeah, bro. Fucking crazy last night. Like fucking from the word go to the end, bro.
Yeah.
Constant fucking pressure, bro. You know, also like I saw last night, man. I don't know if anyone noticed that it doesn't matter what position the fucking players are in. Like, doesn't matter if it was coming back to defend and players were out of place. Yeah. Everyone had a job to do, no matter where they were, cuz. Even if, like, Kitpich was at the back, bro, cuz, yeah, you moved to the left-hand side. No, there's no complaints. Like, I think the back line were ordering, like, the shots where they go. If someone was out of place or if someone's moved up, you come back, bang, bang, bang. Yeah. Crazy. This we never had before.
The cohesion
Structure's crazy.
is surprising. It's fucking, you gotta remember, 16, 17 new players.
It's crazy.
And it's a big tick to the club because they got their transfer business done really early in the preseason.
That's right.
Over the last few years, we've been fucking signing players on the first round, trying to
last
ease them
minute
in
things,
and ease them in and ease them in. But this whole squad has pretty much been together now for at least 1 to 2 months
Well, not
before
even that.
kickoff.
Well, you remember they used to sign players, and there's not even a fucking manager at the club. But they've signed 5 players, and wait a minute, who's the manager here?
Yeah.
What's happening here? That's a disaster.
It's good because it's safe to say, Ruden's going to live or die by his sword because he's gotten who he wants.
Exactly. There's no excuses now. Yeah.
Absolutely no excuses.
And he knows that. He knows that 100%.
Well, he's shut everyone up. Well, he shut me up. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when he came, I was very fuck. I was like, yeah, he's a part.
I was on the fence.
He was for me. He was like, all right, we signed him, but he wasn't the best signing. But now, shut my fucking mouth, cuz.
And that's what we want. We want our mouths to be shut.
You know what? But you know what? But you know why? Because last year, I said it a few times. Like, at least when a manager comes in, I want to see something. Like even with the crappy players, I want to see that there's something, so I can say, wait a minute, if something's happening here, I want to see what can he do with good players in his team.
What's the reaction?
Yeah, what can he get with the good players in there? Now we've got the good players, and we're fucking seeing it, bro. Wow.
It's just a complete squad. We've got 2 players in every position. Sorry, I should come closer.
No,
We've got 2 players playing in every position, and that's good. That creates competition and it creates depth. Like Bozanic comes back. Where does he play?
Yeah,
He's not starting.
No.
Oh, can't get him in,
How can he start?
You can't start him. Nimwolf is just absolutely.
Mate, that's the complete package right there in central
100%.
midfield, man. They complement each other, and they just bounce off each other. And just like with Neuenhoff too, man, like his jewels, man. I think in the first half where he's chased that player down, bro. Oh wow!
Boy, that guy, that Newcastle playing out, I think from the back going forward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And we got caught out of it.
Or was it they were running back? I have no idea what it was. But anyway, the guy dumping the ball, he's literally left Neuenhoff for dead, bro. Neuenhoff has chased this bloke down from the side all the way into the middle, won the ball and got out and got us back into attack, bro.
That's crazy.
That is insane. I'm telling you, last 2 years, bro, if that was to happen, cuz, a player would be running, he would have gave up and let him go, and there would have been a goal.
And left it for a centre back.
Yeah, left it for the centre back or whoever's defensive mid, but then waking up, realised he's the defensive mid.
We've spoken strikers, we've spoken midfielders. You mentioned defence. How fucking good are they?
It is, bro. It is class,
That back
bro.
4 is on the same page. And to have a leader like Marcelo and even Marcelo.
Marcelo's a leader, bro.
Me dead.
He's a leader, cuz.
He's been absolutely brilliant. Bringing the ball out and winning everything. And just the composure at the moment is second to none. So from back to front, it's just flawless at the moment.
But you can't just say them two. Like if you look at Claw and
as well,
Traore,
Troy's a beast.
Right.
Mr. Consistent. Mr. Consistent.
It's absolute filth what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Like,
but we knew that when we signed Traore, and we saw him last year, and we're like, fuck, we know he's fucking
I remember
better.
you, Banana. You were shocked. I'm like, what the fuck did we do?
Ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, I remember when we signed him, we were fucking pretty happy.
This guy should be in the A-League team of the week. He's got to be every week in the team. I don't know who's better than him. He's
the best left back. He's the best left back in the league by far.
Even when in a ship on the Roost team, he was still the best player.
Well, he was our player of the year last year, wasn't he? Or
He
something
was,
like
100%.
that. So, very, very good. And like I said, fight for competition. So it's going to be interesting to see when Yenny comes back.
Yeah,
maybe
when Yenny's back.
Maybe Yengi goes to the bench.
I'm interested to see
how it all happens.
Unfold.
This striking he has going to work.
Yeah.
So do you think right now, because we touched on this like last podcast, I want to ask you, Booker, do you think that Ruden is refraining from doing so many subs because of the lack of depth at the moment on the bench?
100%.
So do you think he hasn't got enough faith in the kids?
No, not enough faith. I still think that they're good enough. But when we look at last night, the one thing that surprised me was maybe Najee not coming on for Yengi.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit
because he looked a
shocked.
bit gassed.
Yeah.
I mean, Nazaree's experienced. He's not like he's come straight from the youth team. He's played plenty of A-League and plenty of representative football. But he threw Lupane on.
Yep.
Which is good.
Well, it was different.
I rate Lupane. I think he's fantastic.
I want to see more of this kid. I haven't seen more. I know everyone has got like good a track record on him.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I don't think it was a lack of faith. I don't know if maybe he was too much into the game because we were all yelling for subs. But at the moment, with Bozanic and Beedling out, we don't have any centre midfielders
In the central,
in the central part. Carluccio being injured is probably why Yengi didn't come off.
Yeah, poor bloke rolled his ankle, I think, during the week.
Yeah, he was on crutches and everything before the game.
So,
Shout out to Doggy.
Get well
Doggy,
soon,
get
Doggy.
well, get better. So I don't think it was a lack of faith. I think maybe it was just
But you don't know, Booker.
the team was doing the job.
Yeah, but you don't know. Sometimes it could be, or maybe he won't suit that style like that they're playing. You know, maybe this guy is adapted. He could adapt more to this style. You don't know what's going for the manager's mind, bro.
So, I
or
mean,
the boss, I like to call him the boss,
the gaffer, the
boss.
Yeah, keeping Yengi on, mate. You know, it's an outlet. It's a long ball outlet when you're, you know, for Thomas. You know, instead of playing out from the back, which maybe was one tactic. So, I mean, who are we, right? That's why he's the manager, right? I'm sure he knew what he was
can't say
doing.
anything, bro. At the end of the day, got the 3 points.
Yeah,
Simple
exactly.
as that. You know, you would be a bit worried if we came out of the game with people copping injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw Niamworth came off with a bit of a niggle.
So hopefully that's nothing
he's
serious.
all right.
Yeah.
But apparently Yengi's back next week.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, we got word of that. He
bench,
should be
maybe?
back.
Yeah.
Maybe off the bench. Yeah, get him easy in. Probably get us to the ground here because
Yeah.
it's tougher than overseas. Apparently,
I'm
they
keen
say
to see
here.
him go.
Would you start him?
No.
No, he wouldn't start.
Can't start. You can't change
not
your
really-
starting 11.
You can't. Yeah.
You can't at all.
You can't fault it at the moment. You know, like we've gotten 10 points out of 12 points at the moment. Probably one of our best starts ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. So yeah, you can't change that around. I feel like it is going to be back from injury and whatnot. But you know, in essence, like if we go the next 2 games and we get 6 points, okay, and these players start coming back, you can't bring him in.
No.
You can put him on the bench, you know, and
right.
bring him on for, you know, as a sub, 7 years old, who's more of a creative player and whatever else. You would think, you know, like if it was a South American player, for example, yeah? I'm not trying to generalise anything.
there's no way
but,
that-
you know, they're renowned for being a bit lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In regards to that, if they're like one of the, like a Cam or like a player like that. Mate, he's pressing at the top still.
Yeah.
And it's fucking, like, and he leads by example because he pushes the rest of the boys out there. You see your fucking strike, and Klipic as well.
Yeah.
If you're seeing your fucking striker, your Cam, whatever, you know, like obviously because Ninkovic is tucking in, whatever else, he's not playing a clear cut 9. If you see those guys defending from the top in the 85th minute, brother, you lift.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's why Newcastle and Malfitano are even pushing even harder just behind them.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy, the system, the pressing game that Ruden's implemented.
I saw last night, I think what you're talking about now, when they were going with the left back and right back, they were pressing, so he had no choice to go to the centre back, so he had to go to the keeper. And then when he went back to the keeper, Klipic was fucking running onto the cover.
Yeah,
I think there's was 1-2 times he scuffed his shot, Brendan went out, bro.
Yeah, exactly right. So the system, the tactics are working fucking perfectly right now.
Keep it up, keep it going.
Keep it up. I mean, there's harder games to come.
Very. But I always say these games are the harder. Like these games for us have been hard, bro.
Oh,
your
good.
Melbourne Victory, your Melbourne City, your Sydney FC, they're hard games, but you know the guys are up for it. You know, you don't need to motivate them too much. But these games are sometimes hard. See, like last week, the Brisbane game, we came off the back of the Victory game with 3 points, came into there. They're probably thinking, you know, if we want Victory as the side, slide these guys to the side too. And
We do have a tendency to
Slack off a bit.
underperform against the lesser teams.
Yeah.
And that's what has really stuffed us up the last few years with being close to that top 6.
Yeah.
Happened so many times last year. I think we lost to Perth.
Showing
at
them no
home
respect,
and all
pretty
this sort of
much.
stuff. Yeah, exactly right. And that comes down to Rudin and his coaching staff. So, and with terms of the coaching staff, I was just reading a lot today. Adam Griffiths is one of the assistants, and apparently he does all the set plays, all the defensive structure. So,
You're
if
right,
that's
okay.
true,
Well, if they're
kudos
going
to
to
Adam
work,
Griffiths. He's doing a fucking awesome job.
well, listen, if they're going to work on something, let's work on the crossing. Let's work on
Yeah,
the crossing. That's something I think probably something that probably Rudin will want to touch on too, bro. The crossing, bro, in the game, bro. Some of those crossings, the cross ball gets crossed into.
Do you cross in the air? Klipic is not really a 7 foot.
Yeah, but he'll get
target
there.
man.
I reckon he'll get
He
there.
done well. He won a lot of headers.
But
He won it,
his
he'll get
positioning
there,
is pretty good, man.
Positioning is
like he
good.
knows how to get up there. Like he might not be the tallest player, but you know, he's got that that poacher mentality. You know what I mean? I've noticed with him. But fuck, man, like I don't know. I'm just fucking wrapped, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's crazy coming out of there.
We're sitting here.
Even at the stadium, everyone's coming out. They're fucking buzzing, bro. Oh, it's ridiculous.
And over that translates now for those that have been teetering and seesawing, saying, "Do I go again? Do I not?" Fucking get there.
Get to the fucking... And again, bro, the club again, I've got to fucking applaud them again,
100%.
bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
$15 tickets they've done. I think this week again, it's active support tickets. $20, Kaz, bro.
Yeah.
And is it safe to say, okay, can we say something, bro? Next week, bro, Saturday, let's get the word out, bro. I can get the word out, bro.
Oh, if it's not 15K, I'm pissed off.
No, get the word out before the game. What's happening? Can we say anything else? Is it legal to say, bro? Or what?
About what? Oh, March. Oh, that's a given. That's a fucking given.
I don't know. I just want to get permission from
Every Saturday home game is a fucking March. That's for sure.
Oh, not every Saturday. But
Every Saturday 7:30 game.
is it now? Oh,
Yeah,
there's a rule. There you
it has to
go.
be.
There you go.
It's got to be.
You've heard
What
it.
a few people
You've heard of
random
Book Up.
message me. We even get a few random messages in our Insta asking. The one guy was asking this week was during March. I said, sorry, mate. Not this week, next week, because he was flying over for something. I don't know where he was flying over
Always.
from.
Saturday night games.
So Saturday night, here you go.
TV,
Official.
always.
Not yet down. Council work or work till 1. Get home. Have something to eat.
Go
Get
into Para.
changed.
Gotta be
have a
done.
Go
beer.
down to Para. Go for a drink. March
in.
will be. What's that park we always
Prince
meet up?
Alfred.
Prince Alfred Park will be there. RBB will drop the fucking link. Time, everything, guys. Be there. Let's fill that park up. Let's fill the stands up, man.
Absolutely.
Too many comments about the golden days. Yeah, well, those golden days won't happen unless those
That's
people
what they got.
commenting
You know what's funny?
get
Like,
off the computer and actually go there.
People
Yeah.
say, you know, like people sit there and go, the golden days.
Yeah.
But what people need to understand, and especially us three right here, yeah, okay? We were there from day one, Cook Park, Antics, whatever else. The golden days didn't start straight away.
No.
The
it took
RBB,
its time.
you know what I mean? Like the RBB, can you remember the RBB, that first game at Para?
Absolutely.
Against,
Mariners.
it was the Mariners,
Mariners at
wasn't it?
home, we filled up
Dude,
half a bay.
Half a bay, yeah? So it's not like it just was handed to us all this, you know, your active support and all the success and whatnot. It was a time. It took time to get there.
It did.
So at the end of the day, we're in a similar position now.
Yeah.
We're going to work back to where we were. Yeah. So forget talking about the golden days, this, that.
Exactly
just
right.
fucking get there.
And every
bro.
active support group goes through it.
Everyone.
So anyone can talk shit all they want on the internet saying, oh,
But
fuck, where were yous?
forget the active support as well, yeah?
I'm
Let's talk about the
I'm
general
talking about
fans
general.
too, as
Yeah.
well.
I was a little bit disappointed
I looked
because-
over to the left last night, and I'm looking at the crowd, and I'm thinking, come on, man. Like, are you serious now? Like, what was it? What was the crowds?
Nine
Nine
and a
something.
half.
9.5
No,
again.
9, just under 10. It was like 9 to 9.
That's very disappointing.
100%
It's very disappointing, man. Like, we needed to start, like, especially because we're getting the results now, or whatever. It was a draw last week, but let's look at it, man. What have we
Results are
conceded?
going
We've
there.
conceded
The club-
one goal.
One goal. The club and their community support and their outreach is the best it's been since the first few seasons.
It's insane. When
So the amount
when
of
I'm saying it,
community
cars, that's mean that something's changing.
Exactly.
bro.
If you're hearing it from us giving ticks to the
Can
club,
I ask you a question?
We really do that.
Now that you're bringing that up, I wanted to ask you about this because we've spoken about stuff like this on the panel, okay? Can you give me a comparison, okay, of the club's engagement with the fans prior to Scott Hudson becoming the new CEO? I want to hear it from you.
in terms of
In general.
From old mate.
Yep.
moment, very, very filtered. We would have to go through multiple different
Loopholes.
people. Well, not loopholes, different people, gatekeepers
Yep.
to get to him. And then once we got to him, you mentioned it on one of your other podcasts this week. It was the same spiel all the time.
Yeah.
The same thing. We want to work with you and all this sort of stuff. Okay. Yeah. Prime example. The RBB launch day. The whole fucking squad came.
Yeah, that was great.
And that came from the coach and Scott Hudson saying, you all have to be there.
Yep.
Now, I can guarantee you if we tried to do that under the old regime, we would have been lucky to get a couple youth players.
Yeah.
If we were lucky.
Yep.
And that comes down to everyone buying into the same message. And that's what we had in those first early years. We're all on the same bus going in the same fucking direction.
Yep.
Whereas the last, few years,
It's toxic, bro.
it was just too toxic.
You could feel it in the stadium. Even when it was empty, bro, you could go in. It's toxic, bro. It
Yeah.
was bad, bro.
And, similar things are happening to other clubs right now. Brisbane Roar are fucking copying the dick up there.
Yeah.
They're copying it as well. And a club like that deserves better as well. So you can all say it's got nothing to do with management and all that stuff, but it actually does. And we're the proof in the pudding because, like you said, we've seen 3 different generations of leadership at the Wanderers. We had, the first few years under Gorman and Millercamp.
Yep.
Then we had the JT area, and now we've got this new era.
Yep.
And so we've been through 3 different phases, and I can categorically fucking tell you differences. Right?
What's your biggest difference in this
Fucking
phase?
honesty. Just honesty.
Yeah.
Can we do this? Yes, no. Can we do that? No, yes, no.
Yeah.
Not fucking beating
good
around
dialogue,
the bush.
eh?
Just dialogue.
Yeah, remember before there used to be, we used to ask for something, oh, we'll get back to you. But it needs to be a certain deadline. Then, fuck, we never hear from these cunts. We're like, bro, when are you going to get back to us? It's almost past deadline, bro.
Yeah.
Get back to us.
we're-
You get back and it's a no.
We're
Oh,
adults.
fucking tell me before, bro.
Hey, we're fucking adults. We work for a living. We get told yes, no every day.
Mm.
Just fucking say yes or no. You know what I mean? Is this achievable? You know, just little things. Is it possible for us to get the players down to a random park on their day off? Yes or no?
Even probably people are wondering, why haven't we done a TIFO for a long time? That used to be another fucking... The guys that actually used to put the backbone in the work and the effort and putting everything in, plus all the guys that used to help out and do it, man.
Yeah.
The shit they used to go through, I don't know, they used
burns
to...
you out.
Yeah, they burn them out.
And we lost complete faith in the system.
They lost the spirit to do it,
and
bro.
the spirit to do it. And that's not to say we're never going to do it again, because we will. Because that spirit is starting to come back. Because, like I said, we've got open dialogue with individuals who want the best for the club, best for the fan base, because they know that the fan base is crucial in the club's success on and off the field. All right, it's not a metric, and it's safe to say you need the fans on board to have a successful club, and that's just the pure and simple matter of fact of it.
And it's Scott his first gig, man, and he's fucking nailing it, bro.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
doing everything right, bro.
You
know what it is?
He's
I
reachable,
feel-
direct.
I feel with him because he was part of the club when that era was there.
He's been part of the club
He's
for 3 different
witnessed-
generations.
Yeah.
Like, so those
So
3
he's
stages.
witnessed the bullshit and the failure on the management perspective.
No,
So now he looks.
But
he
he
can look at it
also
and
saw,
perfect
but he
the-
also
that's
saw
what-
the successful
That's
side.
what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what I had to say at the start. So I go, no, he's seen the great.
Yeah.
And then what you said, he's seen the shit.
Yeah.
And he's finding the middle ground.
Now he's in control. Now he's going, hang on, I want to do what I used to do before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Do
I
you reckon he sat back? Sorry, cut you off.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he when he was going through that great period where we had, and then once the shit started to snowball over, do you reckon he was saying, what's this guy doing, bro? You reckon?
Yeah, well, probably.
Possibly. I mean, let's be honest. Like it wasn't a cakewalk. It was fucking shit to deal with. It really just sucked the freaking energy out of you to even bother wanting to do any of those spectacular things you mentioned, tifos and
Marches,
fan
yeah.
events and marches, because the hurdles we had to go through. When the reality is the hurdles aren't that hard.
Yeah.
To do a march, you fill out a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Hand it in a week before. All right, done. They can't say no.
I feel like this is Scott Hudson's biggest advantage, but too of that part, so having those 2 aspects of being through it, but more so, JT's failure is something he can easily look at and so easily say, all right, this is what I need to do. This is what the fans want. So it's I'm not saying it's easy to be a CEO, yeah,
God, no.
okay,
No,
and
no.
especially in the position
Dealing with
he's
us
in,
cunts, no way.
he's had to try and bring back the glory to a club that everyone believes needs.
Anything, give me a list of 10 things I want. If you give me 7 out of those 10s, I'll sign off. We'll sign off on it any day of the week. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be happy. You go into any meeting, I want to achieve this much, but I'll be happy with fucking that much. And that's what we're getting at the moment. To the point, we have the opportunity to
It's
sell.
really-
We have the opportunity to sell merch at the stadium if we fucking want.
Yeah, they pretty much offered that.
Oh, really?
Even Old Man offered that.
Oh,
to us,
that's-
so we went in.
Right? So, I mean, like, where was that?
Yeah, but you would now.
Yeah, you would now.
With him,
You would
Yeah.
now.
with
I
Scott
would.
in charge, yeah.
100%. You know what I mean? So kudos to the club. Keep doing what you're doing.
They're doing a
Like
good
you
job,
said, Don't take your fucking foot off the pedal.
Keep
Simple
going,
as
man.
that.
Keep driving.
You have to. That's how you're going to get that success that we had.
Yeah.
You just got to go all guns blazing now.
Because the base is there. We know the membership base is there. They haven't just fucking dropped off and
Well, it's 14K, supposedly.
apparently it's 15K, the membership.
15.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 15.
So I think at our peak, our membership was 22.
I think it was.
Yeah, back in the day.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that members are going to show up every week.
No, of
They're
course.
not.
You're not
but-
only derbies, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So only derbies. Yeah, only derbies. But that's what we should be aiming for. If we average 10K when we were shit, we should be able to get more than 10K average now that we're actually ticking a lot of boxes like you mentioned.
What was the average crowd attendance, or like peak, Like, let's say season 2, 3.
17, 18.
18.
That's fucking
was
crazy.
average.
That's actually pretty crazy, bro.
Average.
That's pretty much the old Para Stadium. That's pretty much a full stadium.
Yeah, we normally sold out Parramatta.
What was Paris Stadium, 21?
21, 20, something like that.
So we'll get there, and we were saying this before on air. It's not
It's a
going
slow build,
it's
slow
not going to
build.
happen this year. You
No.
know, it's going to take a couple of years of consistency within the community.
We need to make finals.
And making
like we were
finals,
saying,
yeah.
Booker, off camera, we need to make finals this year. Maybe fucking make a semi-final or something
Yeah.
like that. I know you want the grand final or whatever. I do.
No.
too.
I want to
But-
finish first. Fuck your grand final. Don't care, babe. Yeah, I'd like to get it to tick off the box, the grand final, yeah.
Yeah.
But my one is always, I'm the European guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
I'm
First,
first
finish first is
first
the
past
thing,
the
man.
post as well, but
I'm not into this whole grand final, bro. It's a bit of kicking the balls, bro. If you finish first all season, and then fucking the guy comes 6, ends up winning the grand final. He's declared
not
champion.
just that, bro.
And you're nothing, bro. What
not
do
just that.
I work all year for?
You could be the best fucking team all season, bro, and come last round of the fucking season, you caught 3 major injuries.
exactly right.
But you finished first.
Yeah.
And you've gone into the finals with a depleted squad. How does that define the best team all year, bro?
Exactly right.
Oh, you know what I mean? It's stupid.
It is
but
a stupid
this is the
concept,
system we have here because of all these other bullshit codes, and we got to follow suit. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
The money
And
grab.
I don't mind having the final system, but to put the grand final as the pinnacle.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Now, I'd be fine with a post-season fucking,
Final series,
you
whatever.
know, what they do in America, they have like a fans cup or whatever they call it. No worries.
Yeah.
But fucking first past the post. But that'll never happen here. So
Yeah, never happens.
No, it's crazy when you look at the direction, like Scott Hudson is taking at the moment. It's just he's just on board, man. He's doing the right things, and fucking props to him. Come on, bro. He went and bought beers for the boys in Melbourne,
Bro.
come on.
Where do you like? I know you.
I wasn't there. And
No,
that's,
it's
a
crazy.
prime example. Where could you imagine ever getting that in the last 4 or 5 years?
Oi, like,
Bro, are
they-
you serious?
The boys that used to travel to Melbourne when we were fucking 10th, 11th, losing game after
Yeah.
game. You know, like,
They're the guys that needed a beer bought for him.
fucking
Fuck it, you know what I mean? Fuck.
and there was a big contingent of you guys that went down to Melbourne. So, I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
But where,
it's
like,
that.
you'll probably hear that somewhere overseas, somewhere like you hear from a club somewhere. Maybe, really.
Oh, it's not rare. I
It's
mean,
not. It's
it
very,
happens.
very, very
talking about for
minor.
us.
But for us, bro, that's
Oh, for us,
years,
very
it's never
big,
happened.
bro. Like, imagine last bloke came to the pub and he tried to offer. I think everyone would throw the glass at him, bro. I'll probably would in the first one, bro. You fucking. But yeah, it was good, bro. It was nice, bro. It was nice. It was nice.
That's
Good.
what I mean. It's good to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
And that's what will bring fans back. Simple as that. And those people that are, like I was mentioning, seesawing as to whether to come or not, when you come, you actually fucking notice the different, like you said, feeling in the stadium.
Yeah.
You know, we're
It's
walking
not
in the
tense,
stadium.
man.
There's not a million fucking cops around.
Hey,
That's
Now.
a big
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
now. Hey,
Right,
let's touch on
saw
that,
that
now,
last
bro.
night.
Wow.
We all said, yeah, what? I haven't seen one cop around yet.
Yeah.
Well, no
I
guard, no security. Did anyone tell you to move?
Nothing.
No one told us to move. That's what I like.
And no dramas.
There's no problem.
Because there is no fucking problems.
Yeah.
It's
Never was a problem.
There's a fucking oath there's no problem. Shit.
For people that don't know, we stand at the back at the top. Like, you know, we're older now. We
don't have time,
We
whatever.
don't have time, bro. We like seeing the
Away
growth.
trips, I get it.
Yeah.
Usually they come there and they pester us, man. Like, it's the disabled there. All right, if there's a disabled person there, common sense.
think
We
you're
are
right,
moving,
you're right.
guys.
Like,
we're
even-
going to move, but we're not
Even last season, when I was up in the veterans area,
Yeah.
I'd always get told by security, "Oh, you can't stand here." That hasn't happened once this season.
Has that happened? Oh, it happened last
It
week.
happened
to
the
me.
first round.
And
I was up there the whole
everyone
round
just
one.
ignored the bloke. Everyone just ignored him.
Round one, I was
did.
up there.
I had a
Common
bite.
sense. That's all you got to ask for is you get a bit of common sense fucking prevailing. I mean, it's a 30,000 seat stadium. You've got 10,000 people in there.
Look, obviously,
Fuck,
if
we're
there
all
was a few
spread.
disabled people that...
Different
Oh,
story.
100% we're going to move,
We're gonna move, obviously.
You don't even have to ask us to
No,
move. That's
exactly
what-
right.
We'll even sit the bloke down, man. What's wrong with you?
Exactly right. So
But in the scheme of things, it's not an issue if we're there. And you know what? It's... Bro, that is crazy that you guys say that. Like the whole police presence thing. All right, you might have a bit on the march.
yeah,
Well,
that's
whatever,
gotta
fair
happen.
enough.
Oh,
Like,
fair.
because you're walking.
It is
through
what it is, bro.
The
You're walking the
streets,
street.
whatever, traffic and whatnot. Fine, but at the actual stadium, it's crazy.
They're outside the stadium and they're outside the Bay Area. Not even,
Well, that's what they
not even outside the Bay Area.
No, but I haven't seen him in the RBB at all.
That's what I'm saying. They were in the concourse.
Yeah,
So they're not even
Well,
actually standing in the Bay, and that's where they should be.
Exactly.
yeah.
Because, Okay, let's say Derby and maybe victory aside.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever going to fucking happen.
But even that, bro. Even that, bro, too.
Even there.
Don't get me wrong. I understand, like, the high risk or something going off because some cunt's a little bit drunk and he thinks he's a hero and he sees someone and something would happen. All right. Extra presence around, no problem. But to hang out in the bays and to, like, carry on and intimidate someone with someone that's a bit nervous off by police, you know how people's going through, in their life. Yeah. And they get intimidated. They do something silly that they didn't even meant to do. Probably wouldn't even do it.
No, 100% right.
And something kicks off for no reason, and then fucking we get bad press for no reason.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's go.
Do you think that this has happened where they've sort of stepped back a bit, maybe because of the new CEO? Do you think
I don't know the full ins and outs of that one there because I've kind of, like I said, taken a big step back.
I always used to say, bro, when they used to tell us, we need this many police at the game. I always called bullshit.
It was always
I always called bullshit on
I always called bullshit.
I called bullshit on that.
That bullshit thing that we used to cop over the years was saying there has to be a minimum X amount of police.
I've called bullshit.
I call bullshit as well on that one there. Send as much fucking police as you want, but stay in the concourse.
Mate, they're just around the corner, mate. They can pull up how much they want in 2
Exactly
seconds.
Exactly right. So just the less visibility, the better. And that's what we've been harping on about for a decade now. We know they've got to be there. That's fine. It's the job. You need
It was always the intimidation factor.
Correct.
That's what it was.
More so
what I
that.
mean?
If
People used to be scared if they might make one little peep, boom, they get arrested. And that's what used to happen.
Exactly.
And then obviously you get turned off. You don't want to come anymore.
Exactly. And there are still some people today who don't want to come back because of that.
For that reason.
So the last few weeks, the start of the season has been fantastic. Hopefully it stays that way. Because like I said, that'll bring people back. 100%.
We had a guy at work today. He's like, I saw. He said, I saw last night. I'll be big now. For 20 people, now a couple hundred.
Hey, look, we're doing our job. So we've got the smallest membership base out of the whole club when you take it into a percentage factor.
Yeah, true.
And the vast majority are showing up.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Let's say it's 2 bays. It's 2 bays.
It's 2 bays.
Because it's 1 and then half.
Half, yeah.
And so that portion is showing up. Now, obviously, we want to keep growing it.
Of course.
But it's the rest of the stadium as well now that needs also come.
Need to pull there,
And
wait.
I can tell you right now, you were mentioning how flexible the club and that is. You want to change your membership. You want to come sit in our area. Mate, you can change it like that. There's no absolute dramas.
No, you don't even have to change it.
No, you don't.
You can just come around now.
You can come
Pretty much.
If you're interested to come around to the active area.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
sit on the outskirts, fucking have a feel about it. Maybe you're not. You want to ease your way into it. No dramas.
That's what happened last night to me. I think there was an older fella and his son with him, and he's come up to me. He goes, "Is this the RBTV area? I got tickets in the RBTV area." I say, "Yeah, it's the area, mate." I go, "I saw he's a bit older, And I go, "If you're not too keen, because the middle section there is the place where they all go. I jump up and down, see 90 minutes, this and that. I go and get yelled at a bit, but take it over." And I go, if you're not keen for that, I can just hang out on the outskirts. If the young man is keen for all that, he's not doesn't mind a bit of spray at him, and give a spray back, and send him in there, mate. When he's had enough, just come to the side. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah. Simple as that. It's as simple as that.
It's a very welcoming environment.
Very welcome. Come to me. I'll guide you down.
That's it. That's good.
It's promising. It's like I feel like there's movement now, even in the RBB, where it's starting to slowly build again. It's obviously going to be a process. It's actually nice to look from above there because I'm always up there in that veterans area, and just there's times I look down and I get goosebumps, bro. I remember the old days, bro, and I get.
How many stories were we talking about last night? Here we go.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I get G'd up, bro. I just remember those times back in the day, and I remember how we started. What's that?
Then your body says no.
Oh, no, no way. Bro, Melbourne away, they killed me, bro. I was fucked for fucking 2 days.
Even last night, standing in those railings, I'm like, up that 5 minutes, get back down, a hamstring might pop.
But it's good, and there's a lot of youngsters in there now.
That's what we need.
And that's really, really promising to see. So the hope is to pass on, our ethos or our mantra, whatever the fuck you want to call it, onto the next gen. So us veterans can fucking take a step back.
I feel like me and you, we're getting there. We're there. We're nearly there. Because I was saying to this guy, I like going down there. I've done the solid halves we've done. I like going down there, and then I like kicking back. I like saying, I like looking back at it and saying, fuck, looking down, not back at it. Looking down, I like that. I love that it's still going. I like that the torch is finally slowly going across to the new generation.
Yeah, exactly.
The keys are almost there, pretty much there.
Almost.
They can take the fucking
Take
keys.
a couple more years, I reckon. But
Take a couple of years, but it is what it is. It's heading in the right direction, the RBB. I love where it's going. Keep it up, bro. Sorry. Because I love the fact that we all started it.
Yeah.
We all started. There's heaps of us. There's heaps more, not we.
Not just us.
There's heaps of us that started that. And I like now that we're all kicking back and we're watching on like what we in the beginning, day dot, we were there, and it's blossomed. It's still blossoming.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. That's what I love.
Actually, like a tear comes to my eye sometimes. No, but honestly, it's like when you see these young kids, it's the next gen, bro.
It is. 100%.
And you know what's funny? If that next gen should have been a while ago, yeah?
Yeah, it should have been.
But all this shit that we went through, unfortunately, it took this long, and hopefully now we can, like, let that direction fucking establish itself.
Yeah.
And like you said, we can sort of, obviously, we're always going to be around.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Always going to be.
We're always going to be around, but
even when
like,
they think they're going to close the doors, because the old heads will jump back in and say, nah, that ain't happening, bro.
Exactly right.
That's not happening, brother. We're never closing these doors, brother.
it's,
You want
it's,
more ice, bro? Or what, bro?
Yeah, sure.
yeah, get booking another dude. It's on the roll here, fucking hell.
We're on a good roll.
We're on a roll.
Saturday night.
It's all.
You done the turf at home, everything?
Tomorrow, bro.
Oh, I think you done the soil level.
Oh,
Yeah,
another thing I just wanted to bring up before people are wondering, another technical difficulty with.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So I had a bit of an issue with the microphone on last night, pretty much with the interviews. So I pretty much just had to select the best three interviews where the audio was half decent. The rest were really bad. So
Or both of us, really.
well, anyway, it was a bit of a blunder, whatever, on our behalf. So for all you other
connect
guys,
that one cord that goes into the other mic, so it picks up the
receiver,
traction,
yeah.
So
and
if
whatever it
people
was.
are wondering,
How
where's
bad?
mine? These assholes look there. Didn't put my one up, bro. It's just because the sound didn't pick up.
It
properly.
didn't. Yeah, it wasn't worth.
If you noticed, we put only the ones out where there's pretty much only me and Nick.
because you can actually hear him, yeah.
Yeah,
So
actually got
our
him.
apologies on that. Sorry to Kevin as well, because your interview was good too, the young lad. But yeah, we'll make sure we're on the ball, freaking.
Get on next week.
game. Yeah, jump on again, because you know what? To be fair, there was so many people that actually came.
New
came around.
faces.
Some
We
new
absolutely
faces.
Love seeing it, man.
Yeah. Shout out to all three Nicks.
Yeah, fuck, we had a roll on Nick's, bro. What the hell was that,
It
bro?
was the Nick show, bro.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. Yeah, no. it was-
And there was some very well-spoken people out there, man.
Yeah.
Very well-spoken. We could have talked for 40 minutes easy, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%. So we appreciate that, man.
Oh, but there's some people come on there. Oh, we had one bloke come on. Fuck me.
Anyway, that footage might go on the blooper reels with
Whoever
her.
we might come on this bloke. Fuck me.
I'm keen to see that
He
one.
was, mate. Cuz, you know this bottle? I think he drank that by himself. And mixed nothing. Well.
Overall, but back to, like, obviously the game. Like we said, so now we've gotten...
You're man of the match. Or is it a dumb question?
Oh, no. That's a brilliant question. Oh, you can't go past, for me, you can't go past Barella.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Straight up.
Barella and I'll give overall the squad, this is a new one, we'll do. Squad in all, bro. I'll give it a fucking 10, bro. Out of 10, bro.
9.
I'll give it a
9.
you know,
I'll give it a
Last
9.
night's performance.
10 clean
Not,
sheet,
not,
bro,
not,
2
not,
goals.
9 out of 10 for me. 9 out of 10 because there was...
I can't see anything we done wrong. What did you do wrong?
I feel there was like little instances of where, like, we could have probably put away more goals.
Yeah.
In my eyes, you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, man.
So that's where I'll drop
Yeah,
off to the 9 out of 10 for me.
yeah. I'll
I
go
feel
with
like we're still gonna see more from the Wanderers.
That's not our fault they didn't go in, bro. They had a keeper, cuz.
Yeah, well, bro, Yankees
Keeper did
Rosé-
nothing.
Oh, all right. If you're going to drop at 1 point because
Yeah,
of
but
that,
I'm
bro,
dropping at
fuck.
1 point for that.
Come on, bro.
That and the lapse in concentration of the cross.
Yeah,
And
true.
there was a couple of them.
There was a few.
All right,
There
we'll
was a
go
couple.
9. We'll go 9.
Let's,
We'll go 9. Sorry.
No, you go your 10.
No,
I'm
we'll
going
go
my 9.
If you say- because if you say-
no, because I said something before.
Because if you say
think-
10, it means it can't get any better. Fucking, that was
No,
an
we
8
can
last night. Do
All right,
better.
fair enough. We'll go 9. All right, we'll go 9.
No, we could definitely get
gonna
get
win.
better. There's certain little aspects here and there that you can see Ruden's trying to fine tune still.
Yeah.
But I feel like the tuning's getting tuned very quickly.
It's tuning.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Look at the difference in transition from last year under Robinson and previous years to now.
yeah.
From getting from the back line to the front,
Bro, it's
it's not
ridiculous.
fucking 40 passes.
It's ridiculous.
Anymore. It's
Side to
3,
side,
4, 5
boring
passes,
shit.
and bang, we're in the attacking half already.
Even just with like the overlaps, man, like it's crazy. Even like when Traore or Clerc get up there and like overlapping a winger and stuff, like it's just the players know how to get into the space, man.
And it's something we haven't seen for a while. And that's not to say that the previous year's squads couldn't do that, because they fucking could.
Yeah. How many times we've
seen on paper? How many times over the last few years we're like, fuck, on paper, fucking not bad, man. Like
last year was exactly the paper we're talking about.
Because fucking A-League, you know, they've played at other clubs, and you know, you get quite familiar with players in the league because they chop change. So you know what they can fucking do. And then they come to a club with a shit system or a shit tactic, and you're like, fuck, why is he not doing that? Oh, it's not because of him.
Yeah.
It's because of the fucking...
I used to say that many times.
It's because of the fucking coach.
It's telling him something.
Yeah, it does come down to that. It comes down to the philosophy, the game plan, with Robinson, it was for the tip, simple as that.
It was.
And Ruden's come in now, and what he's implemented is just a pleasure to see, man. Like honestly, like how good was it after the game, bro? When he's done like a Klopp. Yeah, or he's done the fist pumps, huh?
Oh, good. No, I like it.
I like that. Rudes, keep that up, mate.
It was the first one over.
Yeah.
Before the squad, when the squad was still doing their lap, he came straight over.
I put on the Insta, the boss cat.
That's it.
No, that was a pleasure to see as well, man. Even Coluccio there leading the. Who did we sing for on crutches?
And that's another thing. Going back to the management thing, we didn't get that the last 2 years under the previous management. Even when we won.
No, you don't.
It was just wave past. Say whatever. Even if we won, now it's
fucking.
fucking.
Popovich is there. He's
he did a little bit.
He did stand like in the middle of the field.
But he left it for the players. He left it for the players, which is fine.
I think like Popovich is a little bit more conservative sort of thing, where Roots is more heart, bro. Yeah. Like he's raw passion. You know what I mean? Like he loves that shit. You know what I mean?
It comes back to what I'm saying. It's just those little things of differences that you can see now. So all that crap that we used to cop over the years saying, the players won't come over because of the stadium and because of management. Fuck off. It's fucking bullshit. It was all bullshit. It comes from the top. If the coach says fucking go over there, look what happened in Melbourne. He told him to go closer or something like that.
Or not just that.
I mean, the fucking physio ran over like a maniac.
I thought he was going to tackle us, guys.
Bro, I thought he was going to dive into the RBTV, the legend.
That's what you want to see. Support staff, it's a fucking group.
Bro, we're a family now.
But listen,
we're actually a family.
Wait, but listen to this.
And they know you by first name and all this sort of shit. Like, that's what you want. But that's what we had in the first couple of years.
Listen to this, Booker. Now that how you just said that now, like it's all, he says it's all bullshit from back then. You couldn't get it, because the club didn't. Well, how did we get, how we got Colucci on?
That's crazy.
Because we were like, before that, we were saying, club might say no, blah, blah, blah. And then when we asked him, he's like, I just got to ask the boss first.
Boss. Which you do?
Which boss? I'm thinking.
So I'm thinking it's CEO.
He's like the CEO, exactly. And he's like, no, I've got to ask Rudin.
Yeah.
I said, hang on. In the end, you just have to ask Rudin if you want to come on. So there's no media team you got to ask. No. He's like, no.
So I always thought it was the club.
Yeah.
But no, it might have.
But it comes
prior to Hudson. You don't know.
Exactly
maybe,
right.
Yeah.
So I remember in the first few years when we used to hang out with fucking Tyson and that sort of stuff. That always had to be hush hush because the coach at the time didn't want them out.
Oh really?
Yeah, big time. So I was always hush hush, no photos and that sort of stuff. When we used to hang out with the players afterwards, sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
Particularly those that if they weren't in the match day squad, they would come to Roxy and that sort of stuff afterwards.
They wouldn't carry on like clowns.
No, they don't carry on like clowns.
Place,
so I think it comes down to different management on who's the boss.
Well, I like this vibe where it's
a bond.
Doesn't have to go for the club where we have to be salty at the club. Fucking bastards, let him on. He's just got to go to the manager.
What do you mean? We're coming onto this podcast, and every podcast we're fucking praising the club.
They would have been in maybe lesser roles, and they've been promoted.
Yeah,
so they know, and they've been hearing what every motherfucker screams at the fan forums every year. They read the socials
here because they listen to us.
Now we got this. You guys have this platform, so they're screaming for that. So it's good that they're taking them on board as well, and they're actually fucking trying to do something. No one expects to fucking solve the world's problems, and we don't expect it to be golden all the time. But little things that are actually happening that we've actually been saying, bro, this was our idea 6 years ago, or we mentioned this to the previous regime fucking 8 years ago to do $15 tickets. $20 tickets for the lesser games. Like, you'll make money.
Yeah.
Bums on seats equals money.
Yep.
You put $50 tickets. Look at fucking MacArthur still trying to charge $40 for a general admin ticket,
Well, look at
really?
this. It's
or whatever the fuck it is.
3 weeks in a row now they're doing that.
Right?
Hats off to them.
That's right. Hats off to them, and that's an incentive we've been saying for fucking so long, and they're finally doing it.
Yep.
Not to say that it was our idea, but
No, but you
it
know what?
was.
But you
It's
know,
a lot of people have
but
been
you know
saying,
what? It can
not just us, but A-League wide.
Yeah.
A-League wide, everyone's like saying general admission tickets should be $20 flat.
Yeah.
Same with away games. You get the
Because
bums on seats.
Because you know what's going to happen eventually with that. They do this $15, $20, this and that.
They come
And
4 weeks in a row. They
and
go,
then-
fuck it, I'm buying a membership.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
No, not just that. Not even that. Like later on when they don't do it, you know, and the guy's like, oh, it's $35. Like, fuck it, who cares? I'm going down. I don't give a shit.
Or that as
and then,
well.
like you said, well, I want to buy a membership now. Fuck it.
Exactly.
Better.
Right? And so, like I said, we are starting from scratch again. You know, there are a lot of probably ex-members who didn't renew that are probably buying these $15, $20 tickets to come to the everyone game, who will eventually rebuy their membership.
Yeah.
Because they've been burnt over the last few years. They're disenfranchised.
Like me.
Hey, sure.
I'm a foundation member, but
I'm going to buy the pick with the club too. What happened to my membership? We're going to... it's a red down. It's not even what do you call it? RBB one, active one. I went to try to scan the other last week, I think it was.
yeah, I remember you had to go for a different gate.
I'm
You
like,
clicked the wrong button when you signed up, you dumbass.
maybe. Because I didn't like just ignore their things, just thinking my thing was going to come. And
So no. So far,
Well, if they're listening, fix
fix my membership, fucking hell, man. Bloody hell.
I'm sure they would. Fucking 2
It's
seconds.
digital, bro. Just swap it over, put a frame in front of it, there you go.
Yeah, exactly right. So no, that's what we wanted to see. That's what we've wanted to see for a long time. So it's pleasing. Keep it up. That's it. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Because you'll hear about it.
Yeah, bro, you'll hear about it here, then you worry about that. But listen, you'll hear about it. When it's bad
Yeah.
and the outside, when you don't listen to the outside, you're going to listen to the inside here. You know, we'll say it. When it's bad, bro. We'll pick it up. We're
real.
We're going to say how it is.
When it's good,
when it's
we'll be
good,
positive, then-
you're getting positive just like you're getting now, man.
Yeah.
And they deserve it.
And you deserve every single bit of it. What are you going to say?
No, that's it. I'm good.
I'm in a good mood, bro.
Yeah, we're on a roll here. We're on a roll. Well, obviously, we might as well fucking start going into Central Coast game.
Yeah.
Then. Preview that. Yeah.
They just come off a 4-2 win.
2-0.
Down 2-0 at half time. Top of Stanley with a red card. Fair enough. Red card starts up. Bang caught the
Qual, yeah.
Qual, sorry, Kroll.
Danger game. I personally believe they've got an attack that can unlock what I think is a really good defense.
Yep.
So I go into it the same sort of feeling that I had with the Newcastle game, where I don't know what's going to happen, sort of thing. Whilst I'm confident, you know, who knows at the moment, you know. Not to say that I think we'll still win.
I think if they play like we played last night,
Yeah,
Well.
absolutely. So another big game, and like I was saying to you boys off air, I think if we can get to the World Cup break undefeated, it'll keep. I'm actually
Spirits high.
It'll keep spirits high, but I'm actually kind of fucking bummed because it kills momentum.
Yeah.
well, but
as
World
well.
Cup, bro. World Cup, bro.
Yeah.
The World Cup.
So, but yeah, I think that's the aim. I think we've got to treat this season as 2 separate seasons at the moment. Like, fucking
Yeah,
win
that's
the
true.
first 6 games, another preseason for a month or whatever it is, and then fucking start again, sort of thing. So,
Honestly, we need to finish on 16 points. Come World Cup.
you want 2 wins?
I want 2 wins.
2 wins?
I want 2
I
wins.
want 2 wins. And you know what? From what I've seen, it can be done. It's
possible.
It can be done.
Very
It can
possible.
be done, man. Especially if we get a couple of these players returning from injury. Okay, so you know we can bolster the squad on match day with our substitutes as well. You know what I
Another
mean?
red card.
Did I say 3 red cards in a row? Now it's going to be.
Another one.
Brisbane red card, Western United red card.
and now
I gotta
MacArthur
look at
red
the fourth
card.
starter.
Who's got the red card?
Might be a
Aspro.
triple
Wow.
hit. Aspro, it's concrete chairs in our How many? 75, 150?
Yeah. So no, you're right. 6 points would be awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, next week, fuck. Like I said, 7:45 kickoff. Fucking Parramatta,
Saturday night,
Central
should be.
Coast, Mariners. Fucking even come down. Fucking give a
Come
shit.
down, bring your asses down. It's not that far. 45-minute drive, bro. Come on, man. Get your asses down here, bro. All of yous, man.
45-minute drive. What time of day are you driving?
How fast are you going?
That's the question. So what's Roots doing lineup wise, boys?
Same.
Orange the same.
Same.
Unchanged?
Unless there's an injury or a niggle. Nothing changes.
What's that saying? If it's not broke,
That's it.
I don't know the rest of it. Right? I was confused.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Don't
like we said.
fix it.
Don't fix it. That's the one.
Yeah, no, nothing changes. And and like you said, someone could be banging down the door at fucking training at the moment.
Yep.
How do you change anything? You know what I mean? So should have rocket up someone's ass.
No. Yeah. What?
Is that what you're trying to say? Like,
No, but I'm saying you're saying it's a winning team. Like you said, it could be someone banging down the door,
How
and
do
then
you
you could come fucking big, and then he comes in and he sees his name, like the starting player who's been winning 4 games in a row, and he sees the other guys and think, hang on, what happened here?
Yeah, exactly. So now you can't change anything, and it just makes those guys that want to get in the starting 11 work fucking harder.
Yeah.
So like I said, unless there's an injury, nothing changes.
Well, let's hope there's nothing wrong with Ewan Hoff, like coming off with a bit of a niggle or whatever else.
Take him down, Thai massage, good place, Maryland's. Very good. Thank
And
you.
I can't see Ninkovic playing 90 minutes again. A game
Really?
A game before a derby.
Oh, we were talking about this.
Actually, you know what? That's a very good point.
Hey,
So I reckon he's milked him for this game. Next game, fuck, you know.
about-
Who knows? Maybe he's good. Maybe he's just fit as fuck.
Stoss bringing up last week, or no, on Thursday. Not last week, it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He goes, who would you replace if you're trying to rest Ninkovic? Say if we were to have our players back, like
Full squad.
Zanik and Beetling.
Yeah, I think hypothetically.
If you're going to bring on 60th minute, who are you going to bring on?
say they're all fucking fit, I'd be pushing a Malfitano to the 10, dropping Bozanic. Yeah.
I would be more saying Ewan Hoff, to be honest, as the 10.
Yeah?
Yeah, I said that
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
I said Newman.
I feel
Zanik back in the middle.
Malfitano looks more of a defensive mid, bro.
I find the opposite.
You know what?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're not giving him enough praise, bro. He's doing
Malfitano,
such a good
yeah.
job, bro. He's doing all that.
Dirty work.
Picking up all the offcuts, bro. He's fucking cleaning it up, brother. Sanding it down nicely.
Sanding it down nicely, yeah. But yeah, that's in my hypothetical idea. Or you could play Nazarene in the 10. Can do that.
Yeah.
It's more of an out winger, man.
I know.
He's a
But
winger, but he could
because
play the 10, I
I
reckon.
feel like even like I always say like one of the strong. You know how he always takes off Yangi a bit earlier, or Kripic if he has to. I feel like he should, if he's gonna take Kripic off, put Yangi in
Yangi
the
at
front.
the
Give him
front.
that. Give him that. You know.
I wanna
He'll get
see
that
him-
extra energy.
I wanna see him at the
give him
9.
front.
He's a 9.
And put what's his name? Number 7.
Nazarene.
Nazarene. Sorry, Nazarene. Out on the wing.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, look, if Carluccio's fit, he's the guy that comes on the wing.
Yeah.
You know, he's that first choice bench winger.
No, but right wing is what's his name?
Barella.
Man of the match, Barella.
Barella, yeah.
You can play on left. He can play on left.
Of course he can.
Who, Barella or
Barella.
Fletcher?
But he's a left.
Barella can play. He's right-footed.
He scored with lefty, bro.
Fuck, so he should. He's a professional.
I mean, we didn't even talk about it. How good was the fucking goal, bro?
That's a great finish.
Pretty average keeping, but great goal.
No,
Nah, bro, that was around the defense cards.
It was.
What's going on with the kids?
Look, I feel like the
Running muck in there. It was pretty quiet. It's dangerous.
next minute you walk in there.
Next minute, the house upside down. The couch, TV's broken. But yeah, going back to his finish, man. Fucking.
Great finish, and
Great
that's what been, like I was saying before. How
you know what's
refreshing is
better?
it? How refreshing is it to see a winger take on a player and have a crack?
But the best part of that whole process there was where he beat that player. So
what I mean.
where he's cut it, and he's cut it enough to get past the player to get him into that position
And
to
get
hit
the
it.
space to actually have the shot.
And you know what? It wasn't like top bins or anything, but it was a curved fucking shot that pierced their defense because they went for a couple of players, and the keeper obviously it was too late by the time it came through. Maybe he could have done a little bit better.
Yeah, it was a
But
late
you
reaction.
can't take
I
anything
don't
away
really
from
No,
finish,
no.
bro. Oh, what's the
Booker as a keeper.
Yeah, he could have done better. I'm
I
good.
don't
I'm
reckon
good.
you would reach, cuz. I don't reckon you would
I'm good with the low balls, bro. Right? I told you.
Futsal keeper.
reach. Smaller goals, man.
See, smaller goals for a smaller man.
Predictions. Scorelines.
2-0 again. Oh, actually, fuck.
Man, the pest. Always score a goal.
Pest,
against us, the
yeah.
pest.
Cummings, Qual, 2-1. 2-1.
I'm with Booker 2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
I'll go with the. I'll go.
After seeing-
I feel like
after
we're
seeing
going
that-
to score. They'll equalise, and then we're going to finish it off 2-1.
They weren't that red hot. I was watching him, so they weren't that red hot against
Western.
Western United until the red card. You know, until
Yeah.
that really threw the game off for Western United. I'll go with a win. I'm going to go with Kev's favourite scoreline, 3-1.
3-1.
Wow,
Got three
you
in
got
us.
3-1s now, huh?
I'm going to step it up this week. I reckon
Okay.
I'll step it up.
Hope so.
And now the players going to hear us say, "Oh no one's scoring against us this week, brother." Like we doubted them last week. But you know what happens? Every time we say we're going to win, we end up losing.
What do you mean? I said we're going to win and we beat Newcastle. That's
Mate, I think we won 3 in a row.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, you've done 3 wins.
Draw.
All right, one more thing, bro. One more thing. Someone's coming back Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Coming back Monday.
Oh, fuck.
Come on.
It's nice knowing you. Seats. I'm just
Can
getting warm seat.
you take a guess who?
Mr. Must Win.
Can't wait for the. Can't wait for
Mr.
the
Must
stories.
Win's back on Monday. Big Malta.
He's been all over the world, fucking.
Yeah.
He's been in Malta. He's been where did he go? Italy. Where else did he go?
In England, that's it.
He's been to Barcelona.
Oh, no, he went to Spain too.
Yeah, Spain. Yeah, he finished up in Barcelona. Now it was sorry, I just said Barcelona.
England.
Yeah, he went to a Bolton game, Wanderers game, United game.
Beautiful.
Not bad.
Went to the Roma game.
Went to the Roma game. He got to see Ronaldo score.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, it'll be good to have Malta back.
Yeah.
As usual.
See you soon. See you soon, you pigeon.
Pigeon man.
Oh, well, I think that's a fucking wrap, lads, huh?
Lovely, good Saturday night.
Yeah.
Good Saturday night.
Roll into Premier League tonight.
That's all.
Who you got? Who's in the Premier League? I know we're going to talk about it, but
City
let's
and
throw it
I
in
think
here.
it's City and Leicester.
Is there an early game, bro?
10:30.
10:30 game. These puffers win. Sorry.
Oh, hey, Kev goes
10:30.
spit at Malta's when he gets back.
Spit out Malta's.
There you go. Leicester and City 10:30.
Leicester and City.
Be a good game actually.
10:30. What's the time now? I've still got a few drinks, man.
That's
We'll wrap
right.
it up.
We're going to wrap up.
Wrap
We're
it
gonna
up.
drink-
We'll wrap
We're
it
going to
up.
drink off camera.
Enjoy the rest of the night, everyone. Thanks
Much
for watching
love.
us.
Like, subscribe. You know.
Sorry
the
about
drill.
the up
Yeah,
and down
sorry
buzz.
about what's happening with the technical difficulties. I don't know what is happening.
I mean,
Look, it's excellent connection.
It's excellent now that we're at the end. But I
Yeah.
think someone said it's everywhere. I'm pretty sure in the beginning someone said it's happening everywhere.
Yeah, anyway, as long as the audio was good, man, it's like you were listening to us on Spotify.
Yeah, it's fine. Just close your eyes.
You'd hope the audio is good because there's some good shit tonight.
Yeah, no, it was. It was
Just
actually very
close
good.
your eyes and get the cream. No, don't get the cream out, bro.
Much love. Yeah, just share the podcast. You know the drill.
That's all.
Yep.
Thanks, boys.
Go the Mighty Wanderers.
See
We're
you-
fucking back.
see you next
We're
weekend.
back. The Wanderers
Book
are
us back too.
That's
Fuck
cool.
it. Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Yalla, doggies, yalla. I mean, the Wanderers, yeah.
We're out.
We're out. See you.
Yellow doggy.